let's highlight some of the best 2021 has to offer. And I'll start with games first. Third place goes to It Takes Two. Now, It Takes Two is such a great game, and I feel bad that I didn't do a review of it, but this will do. Okay, so the story of playing a couple that's going through a divorce might sound like a dumb idea, but you know what? It's actually kind of cute. And it had a few aw moments at the end. Yes, the Book of Love can be annoying during the story, and some of the levels are swing and a miss. But the way Hazelight Studios managed to keep the gameplay fresh and new throughout the entire game, that's right, start to finish, is just absolutely amazing. Like some of the mechanics or weapons make you work together in order to progress. On top of that, there's like mini games and interactive bits in each level that me and my wife spent a ton of time just goofing off with. All in all, we had a great time playing this game, and I absolutely recommend playing it with a significant other, or anybody for that matter. Now, on to second place, which goes to Forza Horizon 5. Blasphemy. I know, you would have thought this would have been an easy win on this channel, but hear me out. This game is awesome, obviously, especially in the sound department. Like changing the exhaust actually changes the tone. And there was one time where I was just sitting there on the side of the road, no music playing, not paying attention, and suddenly a Lamborghini or something comes flying by me. And I genuinely jumped. I was like, whoa, what was that? But I was floored with how good it sounded. And I recommend you trying it out sometime if you have the game. Just sit there and listen. The only downside I have to this game is that a lot of times it just feels like more of the same. Kind of like a DLC, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but having to do those tedious things like collecting all 50 of the fast travel boards again and buying that specific house in order for me to do whatever it is I need to do, sometimes even having to come up with your own fun in between races. It's more noticeable to me since I usually stream Forza Horizon 4 on Fridays, and then Forza Horizon 5 on Saturdays. That is the main reason why my number one pick was able to get the edge right at the finish line. So, Gaming Driven Dad's Game of the Year award goes to Hot Wheels Unleashed. Congratulations, Milestone. This game caught me off guard. And I'll be honest, when I first saw trailers and gameplay, I didn't expect much. Sure, it may look like a kid's game, but make no mistake, it will not hold your hand. Things will get in your way, like spiders shooting webs at you, fans that blow you off course, snakes that'll just close their mouth and shut passage off the track. On top of that, you gotta pay attention to what you're doing because some parts of certain tracks are just marked by cones, and you can just drive right past it and get lost. If you do get lost though, well, then it's a nice time to admire the graphics and the scenery. Lastly, if you don't line up your car right before a jump, you'll end up just going full send into oblivion. The best part of the experience though is the sense of speed. Drifting to keep your momentum through corners, hitting those boost pads on the track, or just tapping into your boost reserves to reach top speed in no time, and just letting control of your toy car slip through your fingers. Of course, the variety of cool little cars to play with made me feel like a kid again, and it's the sole reason as to why I'm attempting to fix my PS4 Pro, to be able to boot this game back up and enjoy some split screen with my wife, because, well, we both miss it. Now let's cruise on over to cars now. Third place goes to the 2022 Kia Stinger GT line, the car of my recent dreams of being able to have practical fun. Plenty of space in the back for my son, a hatch in the rear so you can have a bigger opening for larger items. The great thing is that the GT line gets the new 2.5 liter turbo 4-cylinder that makes 300 horsepower, which is plenty enough to spin the rear tires. That's right, I said rear tires, although you can get all-wheel drive if necessary. Second place goes to the 2022 Hyundai Elantra N. This one shouldn't be a surprise since it feels like I haven't stopped talking about it. And you know what? I'm still going to talk about it again on the next episode. So I'll try to keep it brief. The styling is decent. The interior is amazing. decent space for everybody. Hopefully you don't ever have to put anything long in the trunk though. Best part is the 2-liter turbo, making 276 horsepower that's hooked up to either an 8-speed DCT or, more importantly, a 6-speed manual, plus an electronic limited slip differential to help put the power down and pull you through corners. Yes, it's front wheel drive, but I'm sure people wouldn't mind the trade-off. How can I forget that sweet, sweet exhaust sound that's just music to my ears? And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Gaming Driven Dad's Car of the Year award goes to the 2022 Hyundai Kona N. I've always admired the Veloster N, but always wished it was just a little bit bigger. Hyundai listened and granted my wishes. So here we are with this compact SUV that's in a class all of its own. Plenty of ground clearance and cargo space. Plus, it's quite the looker. But what puts the Kona N in a class on its own is that you get the same performance you'd get in the Elantra N. That's right, the same 2-liter turbo made it to an 8-speed wet dual-clutch transmission, sending all of the power to the front wheels via the electronically controlled LSD. Only thing missing is all-wheel drive. If it had it though, forget the racetrack, we're going on a rally stage. Hyundai had been making big moves, and I'm willing to bet other manufacturers are going to take notice, and possibly take notes.
Write that down, write that down!
So we got the game of the year, the car of the year, and now it's time for numbers of the year. Right off the rip, let me just say that no, I'm not here to gloat, stroke my ego, or anything like that. This section is more about celebrating us. Also, I'm just bookmarking the progress that we've made over the past 6 months and potentially revisit this next year. Let's get started though with the podcast side of things. Since dropping my first episode on July 11th, 2021, at the time of writing this down, we've gotten 181 downloads. Shout out to all my listeners in different countries like Germany. Then on August 6th, I dropped my first TikTok, and since then, we've gained 32 followers and 1,246 likes. Shout out to all of you over there who thought I was actually funny. Following that, on August 25th, I started streaming over on Twitch. I can't believe we managed to gain 10 followers and 259 views. Shout out to Furnace Sigma for being there like every weekend, and Fioca AU for cheering me on. Appreciate it. All of that though was in preparation to bring me here on YouTube. Now, I have put some Twitch clips on here before, but my first actual video was posted on November 22nd. And since then, we've nabbed 6 subscribers and 313 views. Incredible. Thanks to all of you for watching, listening, commenting, liking, subscribing, following, chatting, lurking, downloading, sharing, or anything else I have forgotten. It's you that has brought me this far. I may be getting close to 30 years of age, but I certainly feel like my life is just beginning. Thanks again for sticking with me through this long video, but it means the world to me. That's it for me today. You guys stay awesome, and until next time, see ya. Goodbye.